Hey everyone, this is Quick Draw from Raw Power Magazine. Good to be with you here. I'm in Victoria, British Columbia, and I went to see a tribute act last night. They cover the music of the Tragically Hip, and they are called the Hip Experience. And I sat down with the lead singer, Derek Lathrop, yesterday while they were sound checking, and then I attended the show that evening. Derek, who is absolutely mind-blowing. He is Gord Downie reincarnated, as close as you can get to it. He puts on a super commanding performance and never stops moving. He's a little bit of Mick Jagger and a lot of Gord Downie combined. But he's really got the moves of Downie down to a T, and you just feel like you're right there at a Tragically Hip show if you close your eyes. And his voice articulates the voice of Downie perfectly. The guy has nailed this, and that's what you want to do in a tribute act. All right, I am here with Derek Lathrop of the Hip Experience. And they are one of the foremost Tragically Hip tribute bands in the world. And I happen to be coming to the show tonight and thought I would talk to Derek a little bit. Tragically Hip is a group that I absolutely love. And so I'm really interested to hear Derek's thoughts on a lot of things, so I'll jump right into it. But first of all, when was the Hip Experience founded?
About 8 years ago. We started it, this actually started just with a cancer benefit. A friend of mine was organizing in Toronto and asked if we'd do a little hip band. And we put together a set with a bunch of friends, and somebody said, man, this band's really good. You guys should maybe do a few more shows.
Nice.
And then one thing led to another, and here we are 8 years later, doing 120, 140 shows, I think this year, something like that. Crazy.
Wow. Well, yeah. That's a lot of shows.
That's a lot of shows, yeah.
Wow. So your first show was about 2018, is that right?
Yep, I think so.
Okay, so the Tragically Hip played their last show in 2016, so that would have created quite a void. And I mean, nobody can see the Tragically Hip now.
No, it's sad that they can't, but yeah.
Yeah, and did you attend their final show by chance?
No, I'm a working musician, so I was on tour with my own band when they were when they were playing that show. So I watched it from a hotel room with a couple of musician buddies of mine.
Right, that's what happens to me. I miss out on all that stuff for sure. If Gord Downie was alive today, he'd be 62 years old. I'm just curious as your age, if you don't mind.
I'm 56.
Okay, so you're a young Gord.
I'm a younger version of him, I guess, yeah.
She kind of And what first drew you to the Hip?
I love their music. I really do. I fell in love with this band when I saw them open for Rush on the Road Apples tour. Oh, and wow. I was absolutely floored. I've never seen a band where I walked away from a gig like, oh, what the hell was that? I was just completely blown away by the whole thing. Yeah. And I went out and bought a copy of Road Apples, and I've been a fan ever since.
That's cool. When was that? That would have been quite a while ago.
That would have been early 90s.
Yeah, right in their prime, really.
They were just getting the steamship rolling, but yeah.
Yeah, what a time to see them.
Oh, they were on fire that night. They were on fire.
Man. And when did you realize the band's music had such a deeper meaning for Canadians?
Oh, every time we played the show and we go up and talk to people, it's mind blowing the power that this band has, like, and how much they captivated Canadian audiences, especially. It's not just in Canada. I mean, we play in the United States and all the places where they had some popularity, and the Americans are just as gung ho about it as the Canadians are.
Wow. Very interesting. I didn't even realize you guys had toured there.
Oh yeah, we play in the States a fair bit, and American audiences are amazing, and they love the music too.
That's good to hear. Yeah. I'm really glad.
This is Victoria, British Columbia.
Have any of the original Tragically Hip members ever attended a show or sat in with you guys at all?
No, well, they haven't sat in with us, and if they've attended a show, they did it quietly.
Right.
But those guys are pretty. I think if they attended one of our shows, people would notice.
Oh yeah, for sure. That may happen at some point. I may have a feeling.
The world is watching. You guys ready? They shot a movie once in my hometown. Everybody was in it, but miles around.
I'm just curious what your top 5 bands are.
Top 5 bands?
Top bands or artists all time.
Wow.
Including the Hip, wherever they would fall.
Well, yeah, no, the Hip are definitely on that list. I don't know. Geez, you really put me up against the wall here. Off the top of my head, Dave Matthews Band, if we're just talking rock bands. U2. Cool. Canadian bands, Rush. I mean, I love Rush. Rush is the reason I discovered the Tragically Hip, actually, is because I was going to a Rush concert, and that's when I saw the Hip for the first time. So, but probably 2 of my favorite bands are Canadian bands, the Hip and Rush, for sure.
That's cool.
And then Led Zeppelin, maybe.
Yeah. Very cool. Have you ever tried singing Geddy Lee?
Oddly enough, I did. I had an original project called Adam's Rib, and I did a covers album where I played all the instruments and sang everything. And one of the songs I covered was "Limelight" by Rush, playing bass, drums, and guitar. A buddy of mine challenged me to. He said, "You can't play all 3 parts." I'm like, "Yes, I can."
Wow. We do Limelight as well as one of our covers, but I certainly don't play the instruments on it.
Yeah, if you go to Adam's, if you search for Adam's Rib, the band on YouTube, you'll find a version of a video of me, so you can see me in the studio playing all the parts.
Nice.
Out at the Speedway, so proud of Elvis Bay. Well, I ain't no movie star.
Wow. What would you say is the hardest Hip song to perform, if there is one? You've done it so long now, I doubt.
To sing, or to perform as a band?
Let's do both. Yeah.
To perform as a band, I always found "Love Is a First" tricky, just because of all the vocal parts, and it's a very studio produced kind of song.
Right.
Singing, it really depends on what kind of shape my voice is. But some of the higher ones, like "In View" or "Three Pistols," some nights,
sure,
they get up there.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And for me, when I started getting into the Hip, I just realized that Gord's phrasing and pitch variation are really unlike any other singer.
It's very, very unique. He has a very unique singing style, which has rubbed off on me a lot.
When you first put together your playlist to create this group, did you find it took a little more time to learn Hip songs? And like if you're learning a Stones song or some other artist?
No, not really. I've been listening to the stuff for so long.
Okay.
Yeah. That a lot of it, oddly enough, when I actually sat down to start learning the songs, was already there.
Okay.
I've already heard this so many times, actually. I mean, there were a few songs that are a little more wordy that maybe took a little bit longer to get the hang of. But no, I've been a fan for so long. It wasn't that tricky.
He's quite an interesting guy with the way he writes the songs and all that.
He's a brilliant songwriter.
Yeah.
I mean, I love his phrasing style and the way he sings, and his lyrics are second to none.
Absolutely.
What's wrong? What's going on? Too tired, saying fuck for a meal. Saying no, the sound, the structure ain't mine. You gotta do what you feel is real. Ain't got no picture postcard, ain't got no souvenirs. My baby, she don't know me when I'm thinking about you.
I think my connection with the songs changes by the way that people react to them.
Yeah.
And then and what people say those songs mean to them after the show. Like people always come to me and tell me stories about their songs, a certain song in the show that may have moved them or whatever. And that will oftentimes change my perception of it, you know, when I hear someone else's perspective on it.
And I saw you doing 10 shows in 10 nights, as I had mentioned, and that seems grueling, but you seem to have a voice that doesn't give out at shows, which is amazing. 10 and 10 nights. And I felt like I can go quite a ways, but no, that's amazing.
I play 4 gigs a week on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So I'm an old friend of mine, Phil Narrow, who sang with this band called Talus. I don't know if you remember them or not.
No.
They were popular back in the 80s, I guess. Anyways, Phil was always a pro singer, sang with a bunch of other big acts as well. And Phil was older than me, and I'm like, you know, he never loses his voice. And this guy singing Zeppelin all night, right, and that kind of stuff. And just like belting it out. But him and I both agree that the secret to the reason why that doesn't happen is because I'm exercising this thing 4 nights a week.
Right.
A lot of singers will take long periods of time off and then try and get out on a tour or something when they haven't sung out live for a year or longer even. And that's probably the worst thing in the world you can do for your voice, because it's a muscle like anything else. It needs to be continually exercised.
Yeah. Have you heard David Lee Roth lately?
Hey, look at Dave's old.
Yeah, but he hadn't toured for so long. You look at Sammy, who's always
never stopped. Yes,
and he sounds almost like the Sammy in Montrose
because he's never stopped.
Yeah,
he's never taken breaks. Like it's you use it or lose it. It's very, very true. And your vocal cords, you know, I see the same thing happen with drummers because it's such a physical instrument, and you don't play for a long period of time, and you want to go back and do it, dude. It's going to be a tough climb back up that hill. Absolutely. And the older you get, the harder it gets. We all know that, right? So.
Now, if something ever did happen to your voice, let's say you came down with the flu or something, you got these 10 dates, is there anybody in the band adept enough to cover vocally where you wouldn't have to cancel the show and still be quality?
I don't know. Probably not. No.
Okay.
I mean, the guys in my band can sing, but they don't really sing like Gord, so I don't know if that'd be possible or not.
Right.
I mean, Pat, our rhythm guitar player, could probably sing a good chunk of the songs, but it sounded like Pat singing them. So.
Yeah. So no backup. And what was the largest capacity theater you're doing on this tour? And then on the other end of the spectrum, what's the most intimate small theater that you did?
On this tour, I think the biggest theater is like 600 or 700 seats.
Cool. What is this one? Do you know?
I'm not sure. 500
big.
or 600 maybe.
Mm-hmm. Was that in Vancouver?
No, in Vancouver we played the Hollywood Theater, which is like more of a concert type club. So there's no seating in it. It's just a big long type room.
That could be fun.
Yeah,
people get
awesome.
to dance. So
everybody's on their feet. We prefer it when people are on their feet at the shows. It's a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm. I've seen some of your posts. I see people up and moving around and stuff. And are you guys traveling with just backline, or do you bring the entire front of house system?
No, we're just traveling with guitars.
No, you don't even have the backline. Okay.
We don't use amplifiers. We stopped using them in the house.
Okay, so obviously that was my next question. You're using in-ear monitors then?
In-ear monitors, and all the guitar and bass amps are all virtual portable little things that make it easy to fly and travel with.
Nice. And so these theaters are providing your front of house engineer.
Yep.
So
Yep.
just you guys, 5 of you guys, nobody else. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Keep it
the
simple.
way to go. Yeah.
Don't disappear. That summer, he was on a fishing trip.
Do you know to your knowledge, how many other Tragically Hip bands are there in Canada working? Constantly?
I haven't. Well, working constantly.
Yeah, working like.
I think we're the only one that's working consistently.
Wow, that's awesome.
Like touring coast to coast
Mm-hmm.
and into the States. I think we're the only one that's doing that. Most of the hip tributes I know seem to be localized kind of.
Right.
They
That's
just
good.
play in that one area, but I
Yeah.
know there's a lot of them.
Well, you have to be doing something right to be at the head of that pack.
Last goal he ever scored. Won the league 6-0.
And what do you think sets you guys apart? Is there anything in you, obviously, right? I mean, the guy playing Gord has to be really at the top of his game. That's like playing Mick Jagger in from a different era, really.
Yeah, people definitely come with their judgment hats on, but I mean, I don't know. You read the reviews, people will tell you what they think of us. You know, I'd rather you hear from other people than from us.
Right.
Because truthfully, I'm my own worst critic, so I'm probably harder on me than the general public is.
Obviously, people like you guys. So,
Yeah. We must have some kind of thing that makes people happy.
Yeah. And in my research on you guys, I saw you do a Coldplay tribute as well. Do you do that very often? Is that
That's brand new. We just started doing it. I just started doing it like 2 years ago,
okay?
a year and a half ago. So we've done maybe 30, 40 shows. I've done.
Oh, that's cool. Some of the same guys, and then add
Some
a
of the
keyboard
same
player,
guys.
or-
Yeah. I'm the keyboard player.
Oh, you're the keyboard. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I play piano. So.
Nice. That's great. I was wondering, after this tour, how long of a break will you take before you hit it again, and where will that be? Where can people
no
come
breaks.
see
We're
you?
gigging next weekend in Ontario.
Oh, you are?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so where can we tell people they can see you if they happen to see this?
Oh, I don't know my schedule memorized.
I'm the man who's busy.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm usually worried about where are we today and where are we tomorrow, and I just go one day at a time. If you go to our website, thehipexperience.com, all the dates are posted there, folks. I go there sometimes to figure out where I'm playing. So,
Yeah, I've done that.
Where are we next weekend?
Yeah. All right, well, Derek, hey, it's really a pleasure.
Thanks, man.
I'm looking forward to see you guys as soon as.
You are that my century. You are that